What's going on, everybody? It is David with Lunar Beaches Crypto. I just wanted to give you guys a quick little video update. Bitcoin update? Price update? Bitcoin price update. Price action update. Alright, so if you haven't already noticed, this big giant red line going across the screen here is previous support. It was right here. Then we broke through it, came up, tapped it. Long bearish trend, came up, tapped it, was heavy resistance again, came down, and then we finally broke it. Now we did have some resistance again, and then we came up and broke it. So I would not be shocked at all for us to see price to come down, test that line before moving up to the next level. Now, that next level would be the next area of resistance, which would be right here at about 32.3, maybe even that other top right there, because that was a little fake out. So maybe that other top, so at about 31.7, looks pretty good to me for that to happen. Now there is a CME gap down here. Let's go ahead and let's just go to it. Let's go to BTC, and then let's go to one exclamation point. Now right here we do have a CME gap at 20,340 at the low end of that CME gap. So we could see that happen. We could see price come down there and visit that. I would not be surprised. This week we have unemployment claims coming out Thursday. Until then, just really kind of a boring week as far as news goes. There's not really a whole lot of news. So I would expect some choppiness this week. And next week we have the FOMC on Wednesday. So could see price action this week be the setup for next week is what I was trying to say. So if we get bearish price action this week, I would expect bullish price action off the FOMC next week. If the FOMC, if they say what I believe they're going to say, which is we're going to do one more rate hike of 25 basis points, and then we will start considering pausing. Might pause the next meeting, whatever the language is. If they say pause, and then that's going to be it. This market will fly, in my opinion. Financial advice, of course. Now, looking at this, what do I have marked off here? This is, if I pull a fixed volume profile, volume range profile, which is this thing right here that has all the candles and stuff on it. That right there shows the volume at specific price levels. And as you can see, there's heavy volume up here, heavy volume right here, a little bit. This is the value area low. Not really significant volume down here, except for once you can see some spikes down here and a big spike down here. So this is probably my actual low end, but that's the low of the market as of now. Until we break lower and create new lows, that's the low of the market. All right, but as you can see, we have this massive spike in price action around $23,000. So that is somewhere I would expect that if this was to fall, I would expect to see a big reaction in this range between 23 and 25, just because we have so much volume in that area. And if I go and I turn on regular standard volume, we can see we do get a spike right. You see all of these buy orders coming in right here. And it also happens to be where that big spike is right there. We'll that's a lot of buy orders. Now, the only thing about that is you got to keep in mind that if there's buyers, there's a lot of buyers in here. That means there's a lot of, you got to sell in order to buy. So in order for people to buy, they got to be able to sell. If there's nobody buying down here and they're only selling, well, then the price will continue to go lower. But buyers might step back in at 23K. I'm not sure, but we do have that CME gap down at about, what did I say, 20.3-ish level, which I could see price coming down to there. That's a nice big volume wick right there, candle right there. It took out this candle right here and ultimately started that big move up. So wouldn't be surprised at all to see the price come down here and then continue upward, because I do see us continuing upward until there's reason to believe we won't, which I believe is when the Fed announces rate cuts. Once they announce rate cuts, that's when we're going to see price action really come down. And then let's see, let's go ahead and take a look at the DXY. Let's see what the DXY is doing over here. DXY's not looking too hot. It's looking kind of weak. It's trying to put in a double bottom here. If it loses this level right here, then we could see Bitcoin continue going and going and going. Yeah, because this is a pretty strong level here. If I go ahead and throw on a horizontal line, we can see all the points in which where we have bounced here, it has touched there, 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 there. So if you zoom out and you look at price action, you see that that was a pretty strong level of resistance. Tried to break out there. That was a fake out. Came down. Clear liquidity on the bottom end. Come back up. Get buyers to come in again. Sell. Come down. Get people to go short. Go long. Break out. Take out the equal highs up here. Clear that liquidity. And then start to move back down. You do have equal lows down here. So if they want to take them out and clear that liquidity, hey, I would welcome it, and so would the market. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. We do have those equal lows down here, and they kind of match up with this as well. So that's what I want to see. I want to see this. This looks like it came up bearishly, retested this level here, which was the same as this level here that came to resistance right there, or acted as resistance, and that little spike there, and then right there. So all eyes, as usual, on the DXY. Gotta keep an eye on the DXY. And if we go ahead and we take a look at the euro, it looks like it wants to break out, which if the euro breaks out, then that makes up 55% of the DXY index. The euro does. So if the euro breaks out, that is likely to cause the DXY to go down. So we do want to see the euro also pop up. That would help bring the DXY down. I do have this weekly fair value gap down here that could get tapped. It's possible. We do have a couple of equal lows. We do have some equal lows here, so we could come down, tap that, and then bounce, and then give us what we really want, which is for the DXY to lose value. Let's go ahead and go over to, of course, S&P mini futures. Yes, it is delayed. No, I do not have the most expensive version of TradingView because I don't need it. So anyway, What are we tracking here? What am I tracking here? What have I been tracking? I honestly couldn't tell you. I haven't looked at this chart in a while. Let me take these off because I don't even know what I was doing with these. There we go. Now, I know a lot of people like to draw their trend lines all diagonally and stuff. There it is. Like this. And if you did, I don't understand why you wouldn't be bullish. If you're a line drawer like this, why would you not be bullish right here? I don't understand. I've seen some people say that the S&P is bearish, and I'm just like, well, what makes you say that? So, I mean, it could come down. So I do see some volume gaps down here. If I can point them out to you. So anytime you see where a bar closes and then another one opens above the price that the previous bar closed at, then you get a volume imbalance. But we did have that wick down in there, so volume imbalance is going to be more so, it's not a gap, but you do have volume imbalances. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I guess I could say that's a volume imbalance. That's a volume imbalance for sure. So we could see the price come down here. But I would like to see for that price to come up, pop up above this level here. That would be really good, especially if we can get above this right here. We can get above that. Hey, who knows where this thing could go. I'm generally bullish until the Fed starts cutting rates. That's what you need to know from me. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Haven't looked at Ethereum in forever. Had a massive week and then had a massive dump. So it's basically not doing anything. Trying to see. I haven't looked at ETH, so it's probably not good for me to do in TA on it since I haven't looked at it in a while. Let's just throw a fib. Let's just check out this range right here real quick. What are we looking at? So we've come up. Haven't quite gotten to the 50% level of this range here, this down range right here. Haven't quite gotten up to the 50%. Once we get up into this brighter white zone up here, that is a premium zone, as in the price of the asset goes into a premium, which means large holders, people with big bags are likely to be selling off to sell up in these prices because it is at a premium. So anything below is at a discount of this range from the top to the bottom. That's the range that we're looking at for the premium discount range. If we go from the very top to the bottom, then we are looking at 2877, 2900 for a 50% move of the entire move down, which would be kind of expected. And then if we can come up to about the golden pocket, maybe a little higher, it looks like we could come up there and visit that. I think that might be where we're heading on Ethereum. Let me go ahead and pull a fixed range volume profile of the range so I can see. Oh, that is not a fixed range volume profile. That is a bar chart. Let's do this of the range. Bam. All right. So we are at the value area high, and it hit hard. We got the point of control all the way down at 1300. But we do have this big spike up here at about 1600. And if I come in here, let me just draw some lines so I can better visualize this for you guys. Let's see, trend line. So that it. Let's zoom out. Let's take a look. So this, yeah, I would not be surprised to see us come down and test this level right here at about 1700. 1700, and then possibly moving up. Let's zoom in a little bit and see what we've got on the daily. Let's turn on the Trader's Reality. I want to see where our liquid candles are, if it'll do it. Is it going to show me? Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. There it is. All right. Ooh. Do have these down here. Now that's kind of tasty. We might see that dump on Bitcoin to 20, yeah, down to that CME gap, because we do have some high volume candles in here. Now this one could be, I do need to go back and back test this, because I still haven't done it and I really need to. But anytime I see a big red candle and it follows up and we do some kind of U-shape, I want to know if price comes back down, or if that was enough to fill all the orders within those candles there. If that was enough to fill those orders within those candles, then I'm going to stop paying attention to these candles. Now, over here, we do have that big move right there, which did take out these two big red candles. So that's why I need to do a back test on that. I'll have that for you guys at some point. But yeah, right now, that's just what I'm watching. I'm watching these levels here. 26.5 looks interesting. Maybe we'll bounce off of it and we can range between that and 27.8 for the week until about Thursday, when the unemployment claims come in, which will hopefully be higher than they have been. Then we come down. Maybe we'll hit that, come down to the POC, and I would like to see us come up, take out that level, maybe hit that again, come down, and then shift out. That's what I would like. I think I would like to see that the most, to be quite honest with you, because that way we could come down, we could clear some more liquidity in this area, get the bears to go short, and then use that liquidity to go long. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you for watching. If you could, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified for whenever I create new content, when I go live. I'll have a more detailed video for you guys later. But for now, I got to get back to work. Love you guys. Peace.